All right. Okay, here we go. Mat, breathing, self massage, everything I can think of to ground and calm us. Also, got this really beautiful music. I don't think I've ever played this for class before, but it's a great meditation for me. So, hopefully, you'll like it. Just get it going here. Okay. All right. So let's start with that deep breathing. We're gonna go inhale and we're gonna go exhale. We're gonna go in and we're gonna swing it out. In, toss it out. In, in, in. Good. Then we're gonna bounce. We're just gonna do our bounce from the thighs and the knees real easy. Also gonna, shift weight. I'm gonna shake and flick arms and hands. Just a nice, gentle bounce, whatever feels right to your body, and you can find your own tempo. Keep exhaling as you bounce. Soften the knees. Let the weight just drop. Good. From there, we're going to keep our figure eight going through the pelvis. Let it come up the spine. Shoulders. And then let's go into our nice swivel rotation. Smoothing out our aura. Calming all the energy around us, behind us. Keep your balance above us. So we want to clear out any form of negativity, right? Releasing it in our minds, releasing it in our hearts, releasing it in our bodies, our energy, our beliefs. Just a real letting go. All of that right now. And coming back to our beautiful selves, our souls, our bodies, our spirit, our heart. So while we keep moving for a moment, just place both hands on your heart. Take your heart coherence right here. So in for 4, out for as many as you got. Inhale. Exhale. In. Again. And just slowly start to calm this way. And then just come to your center, eyes closed. A couple more right here. Tuning into your higher self now. Your heart. And the truth of you, which is love. Let us not forget that. The truth of us, the truth of all of us is love. All right, so we are going to love up our bodies today. As we love up ourselves, let's come to parallel. We're going to take both knees bend, little zip up the core, and lift both heels. So bend, straighten, rise, and lower. As if you could fly. If you want arms out, they can help you. Spread our wings. Remember that we have wings. Yes, and then alternate. Good. Let's take a top of the foot stretch, which we haven't done in a little while. Let go of that tension in the top of the foot into the shin. Yes. That one just makes me exhale all by itself. Try the other side. Very good. Then give a little flick. Little flick, 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 flick. All right. We are going to go upside down now. So open the feet out wide. Let's take a roll through. So chin to chest. Nice and slow. Till you're at your hang from your hips. Just hang here. Letting your organs go upside down is nice and healthy for them. They get a little break from gravity when we go upside down, so does your spine. So super good. Just release here all that you can. Good. Then walk your hands and torso to one leg. Big breath. Other foot and leg. Back to center. Soften the knees. Walk up your thighs with your hands as you slowly round to stack. Good, good. Let's come back to the shoulders. Shoulder rolls. You can add a bend and straighten again, and a back stroke. You got it. Then let's do our palms up. Just pressing back, really allowing that heart to lift toward the sky, lift toward the cosmos. Remember, it's full of love. Good. And back. You got it. All right, we are going to head down to the mat already, and let's continue this. All right. So let's take our straddle stretch. Take a moment and wiggle those legs and encourage them to let go of any holding, any tension. Then we're going to rotate, walk down one leg. Just keep those cleansing breaths going, because I know we have a lot to let go of. So imagine with every exhale, you're lightening your physical load, your muscles, your nervous system. So just keep it moving. Up and over to the other side. Good. Back to the first side. Opposite hand, slide down, reach. Notice where the body is holding tension. So much of what we experience as tightness in the body can also be fascia. And fascia is ignited by emotion as well. So second side, opposite hand. So just keep refocusing on ease letting go, love, peace, gentleness, and then to center. Oh, and safety, right? I had to really add that in my affirmations this week, that I am safe. I'm safe, I'm whole, I'm well, I'm loved, right? All those things that we are. Safety in particular for our bodies, our nervous system, and the fascia that holds us all together. All right, ease and shake that out. And then let's take a little jump across. Stack tall, rotate toward the thigh, give it a little squeeze, hug in. Just keep releasing as many muscles as you can where you're trying to stretch. Good. Other side. And to front. Onto side bending. Soften the elbow, drop the shoulder. Stay as stacked as you can, as if you're up against a wall. Inhale through the middle, grow tall again. Exhale the other side. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach. Inhale, reach. Good. Let's go on to our rotation again. So stack super tall. Look behind you with your eyes. Let your chin, shoulders follow. Inhale through the middle. Exhale other side. Big breath. As you exhale, let those shoulders drop. Again, inhale, grow tall. Another way to think about your rotation right now is wringing out the stress in the spine and in the back, right? Like you're wringing out a rag, like the old-fashioned days. Wring it out. Just let it go. Let it be released. Good. Back to center. Palms behind you as we open the shoulders and slightly extend the spine from the bra strap area back. So open chest, heart back to the sky. Big inhales. Really stretch your lungs and ribs. And then deflate. A couple more. Now we're going to hang, just gently hang forward and do the same thing through the back. Wide ribs and lungs. Let it go. Let your neck hang. Nice. Reach for those toes. Flex the feet and lift the head. Just give a nice flexion, stretch back, whatever you can reach there. Good. And then just Upright, circle the ankles one way. And reverse. Our lovely feet, right, carries us through this incredible life, onto all of our adventures. Let's alternate our flex and point for both sides of our brain. And take a curl of, let's do all of our digits. Curl them all up and spread them all out. Curl them all up, spread, boop. All of our little digits. Oh, and our hands that hold and let go of life experiences, right? Good, and shake all that out. All right, we are gonna come on down to the mat. Once you're there, just go ahead and center up, center the pelvis, check on the shoulders and the head. All right, let's go right away to feet to the edge of the mat. Relax your arms out, palms up. Let's go on to rounded bridge right away. So 6 o'clock, peeling up one vertebra at a time. Take a breath at the top and a long exhale to come down, one vertebra at a time. So even here, the organs get a little bit of a respite from gravity when we do our bridging. And a nice stretch for our spine. And the beginning of pulling in our core. So much of what we do in Pilates is also working right in our lower chakras. So our root, our sacral, and our solar. Which is probably why we feel so grounded after Pilates. Or after many of the body things that we do good for ourselves, not just this class. And one more here. Alright, let's stay out wide here. Flex up onto the heels. Let's do some neutral core now. So just funnel those ribs, glue in your center. Hold your P muscles. Now keep that crease, right, in your lap as you press down through both heels to lift a neutral spine up. Maybe not quite as high. Touch it down and then go again. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Really maintain that crease as best you can. So you know you're on neutral pelvis. Just getting your lumbar to strengthen. Hamstrings. You can also check side to side to make sure your pelvis feels centered. One more here. Good. Bring the feet into parallel now. We're going to go back to our rounded bridge. So 6 o'clock. And peel up each vertebra again. Take a breath and a long descent. Rock it out, go again. One more. Right, next time we're going to find our balance. So go ahead and 6 o'clock, peel it up. Keep your gaze straight ahead over the knees. Let your wiggle wobble slow down. And then slowly take both arms overhead and back by your side. And alternate the arms, nice and graceful. Blades are grounded. You're breathing. All about coming back to our balance, coming back to who we are, coming back into our homeostasis. Peel that back down. And now we're going to stay here for a neutral core bridge as well. So there's still a little space between the legs for this one. Find that crease in the lap. Hold those P muscles or pelvic floor in and up as we do that neutral lift again. So now neutral. Make sure the ribs and the pelvis are traveling as a team. Up and down. They don't have to go very high. Up and down. One. Good. Now, don't change your position, but just flatten back the feet. I'm going to have you come up again and neutral core just about halfway. So once you're there, find your balance. You're in neutral still. A little crease. And I'm going to have you just take those thighs open and close like we have been doing with the band, with the loop band, but you can do it here without as well. Just a little extra conditioning here. Good. Back to center and come on down. Let's give a hug behind each knee for a moment. And a little side rock. And lots of exhaling. Good. And both legs up. Little cross-country ski on the ceiling. And then just glue those legs together for a moment and bend and straighten and flex and point. Good. Hold on to one leg. Once they're back up, hold on to one leg and just give a gentle hamstring stretch to one. Let the other one just hang out. And then the other side. Keeping that sacrum down is tricky in this position, especially if they're really tight. So just ground that sacrum. Good. Now back to the first leg. Reach those toes to the ceiling as you let the other leg float down just above the mat, all the way back up, and then switch. Just nice and easy, nice and graceful. Keep the knee nice and long. Toes pointing and reaching out. Very good. All right, let's bring those feet back down and chill out the legs for a moment. Let's take arms overhead, just half upper body curl. So nice exhale. Curl and reach past the shins and then back into the mat. rotation. Our obliques, low angle, alternating. Good. Back to the mat. Roll the head. Release any neck fatigue. Just wiggle, wiggle, let it go. Good, good. All right. We are going to come back to feet up. And I'm going to have you cradle. We're not going to do too crazy, but I just want to cradle the sacrum for a moment. Send the legs back up. All right, super. Don't overdo anything today. I'm just kind of taking you through some ranges, but just be gentle. I'm going to have you take both legs toward you like a rock and then open them as wide as you want and then just go down a little bit and bring them together. Don't even go too low. So just a nice circle of the hips. Inhale, exhale. So much like we would do on the reformer, but not without the ability to go too low here. I want you to stay safe in your lumbar. So pull in that low abs, pelvic floor, especially as the legs go down. And now we're going to reverse it. You're going to go down a little bit and then wide and up. Down a little, wide up and around. Good. Now we're going to bend the knees. Keep your hands there for a few more minutes. We're going to flex the heels. So about where you were going on that low angle, which wouldn't have been very low, I'm just going to have you keep your legs glued together and your ankles and just press the heels back out somewhere around that area. So you just past your 90-degree angle is just fine. Keep your lumbar in the mat. Nice deep pull in that pelvic floor and core. Exhale to press out. Inhale in. Good. Now, outward rotate into a frog position. Back of the heels press into one another, super wide outward rotated thighs, and do the same press. So straight and bent, exhale out and in. Good, and bring those in. All right, let's take the legs back up and then open them, inner thigh stretch. Hang out here, you can wiggle those ankles again if you like. Bend the knees up towards your armpits, hold that. Big sigh here. And the knees or feet back down, just off of the mat. Open out the arms and double knee fold to one side. Letting go of the jaw, your butt cheeks, your legs. Just let them melt. Up and over to the other side and remelt. Good. And walk the feet back onto the mat and just take a little circle around your pelvic clock. Check in and reverse. Do a quick 6 and just hold that long stretch of your low back in the mat for a moment, and then just add a gentle side to side in addition to that 6. It's just a nice little stretch there for your lumbar. Good. And then release it back to center. Okay, while we're here, I'm going to do some other stretching that we haven't done in a bit. I'm going to take our bottoms of the feet and allow the thighs to just open up here for a moment. Now, once you're there and you fully let the legs relax, your spine might want to arc up. And so just do a little shifting. Sometimes I'll walk my spine up a little bit more, activate a little extra core, but not butt cheeks. Let them relax. Just activate your core from below and in. Keep releasing the tension in the butt and the thighs. Just can be a nice little stretch. And notice where the tension wants to resist letting go. That could be a good sign, or just a good sign of where, you might not be aware that the body wants to hold right there. All right, we're going to do this other stretch. So from this position, this is going to be our beginning, our middle, and our end stretch. But in between, we're going to say lift your left thigh up and take underneath your knee with your right hand and gently guide that thigh across the body and slightly up. And just let the leg relax in your hand. So I've got my leg, it can let go as long as I can do the letting go. And just kind of encourage it that you got it. From there, you can maneuver how far up you want the stretch or the leg to go. You can change your hand position. You can lower the leg a little bit across. Kind of play with where you might start to feel a good spot. So whether it's a high angle or starting to come across more, maybe your toes will touch, maybe they won't, no big deal. We're really focused on this nice outer thigh, outer hip into the low back stretch. And then just glide it down a little bit if you haven't already done the across. Just kind of glide it down slightly, see if there's anything in there. And then just gently let the 2 feet come back together, bottoms of the feet, back to your original position. Take a sigh, and let's try the right leg. Hook underneath with your left hand, and encourage it to let go as you bring that thigh across and on a high diagonal. Notice if you've got any nice stretch going on yet. Then you can take it up or down a little bit, kind of exploring where there's needed stretch. Keep breathing, keep letting go. Now you can begin to bring that thigh across cross a little bit more. And then maybe down a little bit from 90, just down just slightly. Noticing the differences right to left leg for that. And then gently, slowly let the feet come back to greet each other. Yay! And then we're just going to slide one leg at a time straight, reach the arms overhead, reach the toes below, and just a nice long stretch. Good. And then while we're here, let's do one other one that we haven't done in a little while, and that is our banana. So we're going to walk both legs over to one side off of the mat, and if they stay there by themselves, great. If you need to hook an ankle across another ankle to keep it there, do that. Now, keeping the torso flat on the floor, you're going to take the torso into a tilt toward the same side, because you've got to think of banana. It's the same curve. And then you can keep both shoulders flat, keep both cheeks grounded, so try not to rotate. And then you can grab that arm that's on the top of your banana. You can give it a gentle pull if you need to from around the forearm. And just stay as flat as you can. And just breathe there and enjoy that nice long stretch along that side of the body. So thinking about your meridians from acupuncture, moving all of our meridians. We're doing so much of that in this movement. And then walk everything back to center. Take a breath, and now walk them over to the other side. Keep the pelvis level, hook an ankle if you need it, and then slide or just tilt that torso toward the same banana side. Stay flat. If you want a little extra, you can just grab that forearm and give it just a gentle lengthening. Keep the blades flat though, and breathe. Notice if there's a big difference side to side or certain areas. Walk it back all to center, and let's bring those feet back up underneath us, and then bring the knees back into the chest for a moment and give a hug and a little rock again. Oh, send your body so much love and appreciation right now, and convince it that it is safe. We are safe. I'm safe. We're safe. Safe in our body, safe in our heart. Lots of spiritual protection. We are safe. We are intuitive. And we are safe. And our body is a magnificent, wonderful machine getting us through all of this. So just give it a little rub, massage your little legs. Just give it a little rub, right? Give a little love. Good. All right, here's what we're going to do from this position. We're going to cross ankle over one knee. We're going to do our little slow motion butterfly wing. Real gentle on that hip. And then we are going to ease into our figure four. here's what we're going to do different. While we're in the figure 4, if they'll stay there, I want you to take this top foot, both hands on that top foot, and give that foot a little massage. So you can go into the pads, right? The pad of the ball of the foot, and go down squishy, squishy along the arch. Especially the inside of the arch represents your spine. So from the inside of the big toe, the base of your big toe represents your neck. So if anybody's got some neck stuff, give that a nice little rub into your first joint. And then all along the inside of that arch, you can just, with your thumbs, you can just give a little circle, a little rub, all the way to the inside of that heel would be then the base of your spine. And then just give your heel a little squeeze. So I do a whole hand squeeze of the ankle because there's not a lot of meat there, mostly bone, but you can still give it a little gentle squeeze to get some blood flow. And then just go back through the middle of the foot where all of your big organs are, liver, stomach, colon. Just give it some love. Then, and if that's getting tired, just place the foot down, place the other foot down, and take a moment and give traction, gentle traction to each toe. So make sure you're going straight. You just grab and from the base a little bit and just give it a pull, hold, and release. Next toe, pull, hold, and release. Third toe. Fourth toe. Oh, I got a nice pop on that one. And your pinky toe. Yes. And then just squeeze those toes with your hands, right? And then just come up a little bit with both hands like you're kneading dough and just knead up your calves and shin area a little bit. Yeah. There we go. Just send out some love and just brush. Brush that leg and flick. Brush the leg, foot, flick. And let's try the other side. So we're gonna ankle across the knee first. Do your little hip slow-mo. And then we'll bring the figure 4 in. While we're holding that, give that little foot a little massage. So you can come into the arch, you can come into the pad, the ball of the foot. Get the toes a little bit. And then you can come down the inside of that arch. So even here, you can start the inside of the big toe. So that's the skull. The base of that toe is your neck. Get that little rub. And then to the inside of that first joint. And then coming down the inside of that arch. You can do a little pressure point, circle, back and forth, just whatever feels good. So coming along your spine into, I got a nice one there, into the base of the spine, and then back down the middle of the foot, more organs. And then around that, and if you need to place the other foot down at any time, you can. And then give that ankle a little squeeze, just a full hand little squeeze from the outside. And then anything else right there through the middle. And then we'll get ready for traction of the toes. So Big toe, nice hold, traction pull, release. Second toe. Third toe. Fourth. Woo, another good pop. And a pinky. Yay, give them a little squeeze in. Right, so our feet help ground us to the earth. And then let's move up that calf. You can just kind of knead the calf like dough. Maybe up the shin a little. Good, and then just brush from the shin, just brush. Brush and flick, brush and flick. Yay! All right, we are going to roll over to one side and come on up onto all fours. And let's just take a moment onto all fours and take our C curve. And release, inhale, exhale, C curve. And release. Good. Let's feeling the need for lunge stretch today. I think we did pigeon last time, but let's make sure our hip flexors are staying open. So let's lunge it, walk it forward, just release and let go. Ease that gently back, other side. Ease that back. Very good. All right. Let's see here. Let's just sit back in child's pose for a moment and just ground. Good. All right. I'm going to have you just come to a seated position for a moment. Now, if this is uncomfortable, feel free to sit in a chair instead, but if you have a position that feels okay just for a few minutes, go ahead and warm up your hands again. Ignite that energy. And then just place on those trapezius. And come up the neck. You know what? This is what's coming to me right now. I'm actually gonna lay you back down because these muscles will be so much better if we're not holding them up. So go ahead and lie back. Sorry for that, but this is gonna actually be so much better. So here's what I'm gonna have you do. You can just open the feet out and rest your thighs against each other, and so that you can keep your pelvis stable for a moment. And you can feel the difference. Now do the same thing, just knead those trapezius. You see why we lay you down for massage? You can feel the difference when those muscles are not holding your head, your bowling ball up. They relax more. All right, so just knead those trapezius. You can really get into them now, just like I would in your massages. So just a nice little kneading, full hand kneading. You can come up the neck. And that occipital groove that I've been teaching you to do with the little circular motion is a good spot. So you can feel how much more movement you can get with the head relaxed. So you can go right along the base of the skull. And that little spot, that groove that I told you about that's right in the middle, right above the top of your spine, and it's right in the base of your skull. You can kind of feel that little concave spot. Just gently put a couple of fingers up in there, just gently, and then just lengthen the neck, like draw the chin down as you lengthen that cervical. Keep breathing, and then you can come around, back down. Good, good. All right, let's go to the jaw. Let the bottom jaw hang, and just circle. You know where this hinges now. Circle right along the jaw from the hinge. Good. Then let's come up to the temple area, and nice circular. So I'm using my finger pads, flattened finger pads to circle nicely. You want your strokes, especially up here around the mind, to be nice and smooth and calming. And then you can go up the hairline. And you can go into your scalp. So feel free to figure out what feels good to you for your scalp. Some people like to scratch. Some people like to do little circular. And some people like to move the whole, like you can move the skin of the skull by just putting a little traction in and maneuvering it around. Whatever feels good. And then you can come back into the top of the ears. Remember that right where the ears attach. Do a little circular motion right there and kind of come up. You can give a little traction to those ears. Or around the ear. So we're not on the ear quite yet. Just going around the ear now on the skull. You can do a little circular motion. Good, and then you can go ahead and grab those ears. And just circle right around around the lobe. Also, acupressure, acupuncture points for parts of the body. Good. Now, what I really want to do, because this is really helping me, and it's a little secret I'm going to share, but it's not that big a deal, but with all that we are looking at through the news and listening through the ears, I want to teach you a technique that will help calm and block that energy. So your hands are probably already quite warm. I have you place the palms over your ears, and I just want you to hear yourself breathe. Good. And if you can hear me, change the hands to your eyes and continue to breathe. Good. Then place the hands back over your heart. A few more breaths, breathing in love. Letting go of fear, breathing in love. Releasing fear. Very good. Give yourself a hug. Big squeeze. Like the hug that you want to get. Just give it. Squeezers. Oh, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Love, 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 love. Love yourself. Give your arms a little rubbing. Love, love, cradle, cradle. Sweet, sweet. You're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're going to get through this. All right. I'm going to ease you slowly up and out of that. I don't really want to leave now. I know we probably have other things to do. So we're just going to slowly peel ourselves into a squat. We're going to stay with that yummy cuddleness to ourselves. Hang upside down. Gently walk up the knees and thighs as you stack. Give that a shake and we will finish upright. All right, so using that technique often with tuning out the noise and tuning out the sights and remembering and coming back to your heart and to the love and the light that you are. And then we're going to just full body stretch and yawn. circle. Oh, and let go. As we inhale, even more love and light and joy and peace. One more. Be gentle. Rest when you need to rest. Tune it out when you need to tune it out. Love you guys. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it.